Hey. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go. No, seriously though. Let's get it in. Shout out to each and every one of you. We already made massive gains in the trading group, baby. Let's go. I went long last night. I gave a call this morning. We pumped out the flag of the 15-minute on a massive move for Bitcoin. 69,900 for Bitcoin. Boom, baby, boom. We defied all the liquidity on BOOKMAP. I said, I don't care what BOOKMAP says. I'm going long, baby. And we nailed it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I can feel the energy. I can't stop. Let's go. It's exploding. Today is amazing. Was it leaked? What happened? Poly Market showed a big pump for Trump. No matter who you like, in 62% now. He seems to continue to climb here throughout the day. We're going to see what happens. Good. I'm going to make a prediction here. It will be over by tomorrow. It'll be such a landslide for the red states that they're going to concede. I believe they're already starting to concede over here. Who knows, though? I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm good at predictions. I'm just making a prediction right now that Trump will win this election by a landslide. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I grew up Democrat. I voted Democrat for a long time. So if you're a Democrat, I love you. I'm with you. Okay. I wasn't, I recently have crossed the border. Hey, so to speak. Well, what a pun, huh? What a pun, cross the border. Hey. That's a touchy subject over here. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's break it down. I want to talk about why we were live, why we went long, what happened, and how we were able to nail this huge move for Bitcoin to the upside. And I saw it before it happened. Bang, bang, bang. Inside the bull pennant, things were looking great. For me, it was all about the 15-minute. Once the 15-minute had broken above the 200 MA, I saw a golden cross coming. I'm all about golden crosses, but I don't go, when it happens, it's about front running the golden cross. What is a golden cross? Well, we're going to show you in real time right here. This is when I started to tell my students this is a good place to go long. You know what I mean? We're getting the 50, and if I take everything away, this 50, which is this 50, is about to cross the 200 MA. With the POC there too, when the golden cross is happening at a point of control, that's got to tell you something. You got to say, I think something's going on here. That's what's called a double whammy in trading. When two things tell you the same stuff, you got to take it into account and be like, okay, that's likely what's going to happen here to the upside. Now, I should just be right on the mic. I don't know why I'm struggling to get there some days. It's got to be there. Then I'm looking at the chats. Then I got 6 monitors. It never ends over here. Reminds me of that SNL stuff. Anyway, so let's kind of see as this started to progress. And I'm just a flag trader, man. I found the flags before they happened. I started looking for the flag here, you see? And I was long here, actually. I was like, I'm long on the 15-minute. Then we went down, came back up, and I said, I'm just readjusting. I said, no stress, same trade. And let me show you kind of what you get if you're in my trading group, because I take care of you with kid gloves. I really do. If you're a beginner and you've never done this before, I walk you through this stuff. And I update you every 10 or 15 minutes. You've never seen someone more obsessed with the beginners in his trading group than me. Nobody. So woke up, forgot I opened last night, gain. So I woke up with the gain already starting. That eventually would go up even higher. We would make massive amounts of money because we were up already at 68,850 and we go to 71,000 or 70,100, almost 70,002 at one point. So again, we were already in the trade, but if you hadn't been in the trade, because I hate showing my gains, so I wake up and I see this and I say, as long as we're above the 200 MA, the first thing I see is that. All right. And I know, yellow line beginners here. And I say, as long as the 15-minute for Bitcoin stays above the 200, the bulls are in control and we're nicely above today. So I knew that was a bullish sign. See, already I was developing my Luke Skywalker 6 cents here. Then I could see here, we started to make a bull pennant. Then I began to build a trade. I'm like, well, we're going to 70,004, possibly. I could get in around now, and my stop loss has to be below the 200. When the 200 starts to get pulled up, I want to make sure that I am in between. Whenever I put my stop loss in between price action and the 200 MA, I tend to have a high likelihood of a move. All right, so then they dipped it a little bit, but I readjusted it. I didn't get scared. I didn't go, oh, I just readjusted it, even gave a better positional idea. Then I gave a video update where I explained this all in a video, explaining exactly how to do it, what to do it, when to do it, why I was doing it. No one else does this. Everyone else just fires off. You'll never see in a trading group that's more thorough than this. I'm telling you right now, I've seen them all. We send people into different trading groups. We do research. We find it all. They just don't have the obsessive nature that I do to put in the consistent care that they also didn't have a mother like me. My mother cared about me and was all over me. I had the best mom ever. She was the sweetest woman on earth. If you didn't receive that type of love, how can you give it? And so this is through love. I give this stuff through love because I care so much about everyone in this group. All right? So then we see the bull pennant, and this is where the trade really comes in. And there I give you the trade, the stop loss. And I make it bright yellow, like your stop loss below 68,295, the entry right in here, and the profit 70,000 or wherever you feel the need. You don't have to take where I take it. Thank you, sweetie. Watch your fingers there, sweetheart. No, just do... I'll help you there, sweetheart. Last thing I want to do is see my little daughter hurt her hands, even though I got a show going. It's the most important thing is her hands. All right, sorry about that. So anyway, so then we see that, and this is the exact trade right here, okay? And then I show you how to use WEEX. And if anyone's watching right now, maybe we could just replay this for a split second. Or WEEX, whatever. I just opened up a trade here. Well, I'll install. I'm gonna flash close it just for a second, just because I was like, why don't I just do the trade in front of you guys, right? So I'm just gonna show you kind of what I do. First thing, you go to weeks.com, you go to futures, and you hit hot, right? Second thing you do, you need to hit transfer, and you need to have actual tether in your regular spot account, right? And then you're gonna transfer from spot. You could hit all, like right now, I could transfer 56,000, hit confirm, okay, and boom. I'm not going to transfer anything, right? Close the window. I already have 1,600 here. So then I'm going to look at the trade. I'm going to decide whether I want to trade or not. I'm going to use the long position like I always do. I'm going to set up my trade. I like this flag, and I like being above the 200 MA. And I know there's heavy volatility, but if it keeps showing that a certain candidate will win, then this thing will continue to push. And it could be somewhat baked in at this point. Probably called. So I got my measured move from the pole. I got my stop loss. So then I go here, and I'm going to put in, make sure I'm at open, limit. I'm going to limit in, which means I'm going to pay a limit price, which is less than marketing in. So if you're paying high fees, I can hit Alt H here if you like. You can also go and hit, I have the price note, right? And I've right-clicked the price note, hit the settings, and I've made it bigger, turned it yellow, and made the text black. That's why mine looks different than yours, because I want people to really see what I'm doing. Whenever you see three of these, I'm saying entry, profit, stop loss. Very simple. Entry, stop loss, take profit, right? So again, the take profit would be 71,195. The stop loss would be 68,321. I'm getting that from this red number. I'm getting this from this green number. Okay. And then we're going to enter around here. And we're going to I risk the 100 for 300. This one's better. It's 108 for 564, right? And then you hit the open long button, hit confirm, and it's going to have a limit order in that area. Now, if you want to get in immediately, just pull your limit order up above price, and it will snap you into price action. Now you can use, you can move your take profit wherever you like. If you think the price is going further up and it's coming here and you want to push it, you can do it. The second this gets a big move, you're going to want to move your stop loss to break even, like you see me do many times. Okay. You can check on the trade down here and see what's going on, how much you put in it, what your realized and unrealized profits are, and things of that nature. Okay. And that's how you open up a trade on WEEX futures. Now, what's cool about that, right, was that trade ended up blasting to the upside, right? Like that trade itself, like just that learning, if you just came to learn and you saw that, look, there's the trade right now. Still in the gains, actually, if you were in the trade, right? Obviously coming back to the 21-day moving average. Whenever you gap away from the 21, you're going to come back to it. That was a violent move. I took my profits on that. It still is pretty nice. We're still making higher highs. You see what I'm saying? So we're breaking above 200 MAs and we're getting bullish movement. Look at this. There was a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder there. Inverted head and shoulder. The technical analysis has just been spot on. So you would have traded the head and shoulder with the neckline here to the upside, gave you basically, and then traded this flag. which even had a bit of a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder inside of it too, if you can see. Anyway, so just this is like how clear and concise we make it for you guys here. All right, and there's the trade. Could have went even higher, right? And bang, bang, bang. All right. Make 35%, and it only took, look, like what? It was a very quick trade. You know, I must have been in the trade less than an hour. Anyway, so that's the type of things you get inside of the trading group. I just want to make that very, very clear. If you desire to join the trading group, you're not sure what you're going to get, you're confused, you know a bunch of people do a lot of this, and you're not. We show and prove what we do. We don't sit back and, you know, we show and prove to you every single day here what we're doing. And we're constantly putting up gains, like consistently over and over and over again. Like I was shorting Bitcoin on Saturday night. We longed it just to, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter which way the market's going. We're going to be able to provide that awesome data for you every single day. So if you never knew how to open up a futures, there it is for you. Okay, something I usually don't do. Usually I just keep the show moving. But I wanted to kind of, you know, I thought, hey, there might be some people that really need this extra love right now. Anyway, so huge move for Bitcoin. I took profits. It's up to you what you did, where you sold. As long as you took a chunk, you don't have to get the entire move, but did you get a piece? I'm pretty good at getting pretty much almost the whole piece or most of it. I tend to sell a little early into these pumps because why not, right? It's the election day and all that fun stuff. Anyway, let's break it down. I'm going to start like I start every single day. So I wake up in the morning and I just begin the update, right? And I don't know exactly where Bitcoin's going. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Nobody knows, all right? But only time will tell, and we will see, okay? Crazy people are so uptight about this election. Even if you just show them what the polls are saying, if the polls aren't what they believe, they think you're like, they get mad at you. And it's like, I'm just showing you, like, it's as if someone was mad at the meteorologist for telling them that a hurricane was coming. Like, I hate you for telling us the truth. It's like, I'm just giving you the data, man. I'm not trying to be, you know, all right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's have a blessed day here and stay grounded and decalcify that pineal gland, baby. Beautiful water. Nothing better than some water. All right. As I do every day, we start with Bitcoin on the weekly. And today is a monumental day, right? A U.S. election. Have you ever traded through an election? I've been live throughout these. I was live streaming. I don't know if I had the trading group. Like, things have been moving fast. Fell on hard times, so my bank account was overdrawn. I've been a member of the 99. I've recently lost access to the Discord. Another lifer granted me 1 free month. I emailed Wifer. Could you help me? Shout out to Robert. No love. We got no worries, Robert. We love you, man. No matter who wins, we will make the most of the situation and move forward. Hey, man, that's what I was thinking today. I was thinking it doesn't matter who wins because my life is going to be beautiful and positive because that's what I do. You know, when my mom died, that was way worse than who wins this election. I mean, man, some could say maybe. Some would say maybe not. It's that serious of an election, but I mean, monumentally in my life, you know, when you think about it, right? Point is, it's like what's going on with you is really what matters in life too, you know? And no matter what happens, if you have the mental ability to get to that next level, no matter what obstacle you hit, then that's where you're going to be. So you tell yourself, no matter what, I'm going to make it and I'm going to be in a good spot. Like there's nothing that's going to put me in a bad spot. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm going to turn every single negative in my life into a positive, and that becomes a skill. You become good at it. It's really, you don't want to cherish bad things in your life, but you have no fear of a bad thing coming because you know every time something that you felt would be slightly negative comes into your life, you're going to be able to flip it into an amazing positive. And so you're almost excited for the adventure. It's almost like, a creative part of your brain is going to have to come out and you're going to have to problem solve. And problem solving may be the funnest thing in the world. Like, who doesn't want to problem solve? When me and my daughters have to find a Lego, it gets fun. We can't find that one piece. We go together and like me and my daughters are building a Lego together, and they both help. The 3.5-year-old helps. The 9-year-old, the 10-year-old. It's just amazing, man. Build Legos with your kids. I'm telling you, it'll be amazing. You'll absolutely love it. Anyway, who cares about Legos? We want to know about Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's crashing and not crashing. It's full. Bitcoin's going to come back down right before I finish this. Bitcoin's going to head back down to the 21-day moving average on the 1-hour time frame. We're likely going to give all of this back. We got rejected by the 200 MA on the 1 hour, but it's okay. It could be a bullish retest. We'll see what happens, but look for Bitcoin to probably come back down to 69,000. It's just likely you're too far away from the 21-day moving average in the 1 hour time frame. All right? Before I say anything else, because it's probably going to happen while I'm doing the live, and I don't want to be like, well, oh yeah, there, I told you. I want to tell you before it happens. Okay, so the weekly. Let's go over our weekly support or resistance. Let's go over what matters. So our basis point here, our good area, is 68,250. You can see there's a resistance here. We raise a little bit up. You can see there's 2 candles that close right there. And I'll even like to, yeah, I could bring it up right up there. We'll bring it right up there, 69K. So there's beautiful resistance here. That was resistance that becomes support at about $69,000 for Bitcoin, right? We know if we lose that, it's about 68.5, 68,000, and then 67.2. All right, and we can kind of go, and we can talk about it from there. Like if we go to 67.2, blah, 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 you know, and if today we end up going near 68, or we go to 67.8, then I'll start talking about 67.2. But until then, we don't really need to mention 67.2, all right, in my humble opinion. So that's kind of where we stand. So right now, beautiful. Bitcoin's above 69,000. If it breaks that, we'll start talking about 68K. Right now, it looks like 69 could hold, you know. And look, see how we're dropping fastly? I knew we would be dropping fast. If you stayed inside those longs, when the 1 minute gets too far for the 21, you got to take profits. I'll teach all my who took profits, who made massive gains this morning in the trading group, who was able to make the trade that I made, who was able to see exactly what I saw either from the update or saw it yourself from the education. Put a 333 if you made awesome gains in the trading group today. Put a 333 if you made massive gains in the trading group. Blasted to the upside. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all these 333s. Someone did 666. Is that doubled up? I did close it at 70,122. You're a boss. Amen. I love that. I love that. And be grateful for what you have. I sold around 69.5, 69.6. I didn't get the whole move, you know? But dear Lord, thank you so much for being able to see the move and giving it to people. And maybe other people got even more than me. And maybe that's even better than me. Maybe, you know what I mean? I sold 69.6. Maybe someone sold 70,000. So it's not about getting the whole move. It's about knowing that you got some of it. You know how many people got nothing or liquidated or have no portfolio or are struggling right now? You know, God has given me abundance in my life. And so thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given us. No matter what happens, a moment of prayer. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given us. No matter what happens today, no matter what candidate ends up winning today or tomorrow, however long it takes, whatever they do, whatever happens, may our faith in God never, ever, become weak. May we stay stronger with our connection and relationship to God. May we love people even more. And may we just find more reasons to find love, abundance, appreciation, happiness, positive energy every single day we wake up, every single moment we live this life. May we attract more and more people of that nature into our lives. Bitcoin at 69,360. Of course, it's falling to the downside. That's exactly what my system says. It says when you gap away from the 21, you will have to come back. And it just happens more and more. Sorry to interrupt my prayer. Should never have done that. But dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given us. Thank you for this moment together. And again, like no matter what happens, no matter what candidate comes in, may we all stay pure and just stay positive. I think I did end the prayer, but so much in my head right now while I'm channeling on the live. So apologize if anyone felt offended. I hope I didn't. But God, I love you. Unwavering resilience with the Lord and with my people that love the Lord and the people that want to live in love and cherish human life. God bless everybody here, man. I love you all. I love all your lives. I cherish all your lives, no matter what your ages, sexes, creeds. May God bless everybody here on this live stream and in the world. Okay. Here we go. Bitcoin on the weekly. This song, I like this song because it's like the news. Bitcoin on the weekly as we jump on into Bitcoin on the weekly here. Let's move on into the 3-day chart. So the weekly looks good. And again, it could close above this resistance. It's teetering on this level. Look at that. Bitcoin 69,275. Whenever they pump it that hard away from the 21-day moving average, they're giving it back. All right. Understand that concept. The 3-day, even a little far for the 21. One thing that I did put caution on for here. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We would dump somewhere here to the downside. Okay. Regardless of who gets in office, they're going to print that money to zero. All right. If anything, it would almost be beneficial if the Democrats got in, because they might even print even more money faster, which would even send Bitcoin even higher. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone's stressed about one thing or the other. I wouldn't do that. I'd take a deep breath and realize that Bitcoin is the answer no matter what happens. Obviously, we have our preferences, but I just wanted to let you know it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's going to win. There's going to be a perception that one is better, and that perception will probably pump the market. So, and we all know what that is. It's if Trump gets in, the markets are likely more to pump. They're just the facts, man. It is what it is. Like, say whatever you want. 3-day chart looking interesting, though. About to get a bullish engulfing candle here. If we can close that candle 2 days and 9 hours, too. So we're already kind of starting the next 3-day candle pretty green after a bit of a bounce. So we have some support at 67,800. And then let's take a look at our daily candle. Our daily. So our daily came back for more at support of resistance here at about 67,800, we'll call it 68K, right? What's now 67.8, yeah. And the 800s are always an interesting place. I like to long the 800s because there's always usually a bounce on the 8s or the 5s. It just happens many times. So this could be a falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. As I said before, I'm open-minded to believe we could be making a shoulder ahead and a bit of a right shoulder here. Hit a neckline, and this thing could jump, could drop us further to the downside, right back to this point of control, somewhere at 63,000. So you must be open-minded that this is possible and keep it in the back of your head. All right? You must be open-minded that that is possible because it is. And the charts will convey which it is. See, 69,250. I told you Bitcoin was going to drop, and I wanted to make sure I told you before. I was so sure Bitcoin was going to drop that I had to stop my long-term update to give you the short-term update because I could see what was going to happen. Why didn't I short it? I could have made money shorting it right now, but I just took massive gains longing. I feel really good. I'm happy. I longed on WEEX. I longed on MEXC. I longed on both exchanges. We had it whipping and flipping and dipping. It did not matter, you know. So look, we had a golden cross here on the daily, which tells you you're likely going to get a continue. Whenever you see a golden cross, it means that it foreshadows later on. So look, you foreshadowing the golden cross here. Like if you go back in time, like right here, and what it is the red line, the 50-day moving average crossing the yellow line. That's what a golden cross is. See, and if you went back to right here where this line is, see in the dotted line, this vertical dotted line, right here, the red line was there. It hadn't crossed yet. What it told you though was once we crossed, and it said if you circle somewhere, if you circle basically October 21st, and you went a month, let's just say October, November, December. So basically it says if you go 3 months away from the golden cross, you're going to be higher than you are now. Like that's what it's telling you. You can see anytime we had one here, 3 months later, we were way higher than when we had the golden cross. And here we are on the daily yet again, 3 for 3. And so it tells us that 3 months from now, November, December, end of January, we're somewhere here, higher than we are now after the golden cross. Whether it's 75, 80, 80,000, but it's telling me we're going to be somewhere in here. We're going to be somewhere in here. And I know this is going to be very broad. I'm not trying to say I know exactly, and we'll hit it because we don't take it out. But, maybe not that, but somewhere in here. You know what I mean? Somewhere in this area, it's likely Bitcoin's going to be because you get that golden cross. This is what moving averages do. They don't tell an exact science. They kind of show you where we may be going. All right. So the daily with a very strong candle. That's a bullish engulfing candle. I'm bullish on the daily. I gave a trade yesterday to my trading group on the daily. I said, and if you took that trade, you're in huge gains right now, right? And that was you take this massive trade on the daily to the upside, right? Entry was somewhere in that 67.8, 67.9 area, and boom, we are booming, right? You are in gains right now. So if you just look at the daily and take the daily one step at a time, you're doing great. Another thing that I had to point out about the daily yesterday that was so important was that we had hidden bullish divergence here. All right. Hidden bullish divvy means that you swing up on price action, but you swing down on the RSI. They don't match. It tells you that you're going to break this high before you break this low. And it says there's a 99% chance of that happening whenever you have hidden bullish divergence. Okay. Bitcoin in the lead, altcoins neck and neck, golden cross of the Bitcoin, go Biddy, go all the way. It's neck and line of the picture. What do they call it? A photograph finish, right? A photo finish. And midnight butter. Midnight butter on the right, midnight butter on the left, midnight coming up on the side. We got Sweet Pea. We got Sweet Pea on the left line. We got Sweet Pea coming on the right flank. With that jockey. Eamon Hernandez on the side there. I mean, the 22-hour looks beautiful for a move. It also is sporting some hidden bullish divergence. Well, it swings up, but it does a nice swing down, and it reset on the stochastics RSI. We also pulled a Fibonacci here, and you can see it bounce beautifully off the 786 Fibonacci level, so whenever I have, this is a model of mine that I play, all right? Usually it's a cup and handle, but this is all right. It's kind of a half a cup and handle. Actually, it is a cup and handle. This is a bigger cup now when you really look at it. So you do have a bit of a cup here. There's the handle, right? And then, but yeah, usually that's not how I play it. It'll be this cup with that handle. But the whole point is, I look for hidden bullish divergence with a 786 retracement. And I mean, or even, anywhere between the golden pocket and the 786. But boom, I mean, this is when I see this in altcoins, I load up for the long term. Right? Look at Bitcoin bouncing off 69,250. I want to get back to the small time frame. I just missed a little cool scalp. If I didn't have to do this long-term analysis for y'all, I'd be scalping small time frame right now. Nah, I'm just joking. I love doing this. But I would be on the 1 minute right now, probably ripping. But it's all good, man. It's good. I should take a break. The 10-hour doing well. The RSI moving above. The MACD turning. This all looks absolutely lovely. There's a gap of the VRVP. Tells you you're going to 72,005 because that's the gap. Look at the gap of the VRVP. See this? Whenever you break above a high volume node, you go to the top of the next node. Very likely Bitcoin's going back to 72.5 based off the VRVP here on these bigger time frames. 8-hour looks absolutely lovely too as well, and it defied the odds after that wickage down there and then whip. I love it. The 4-hour a little higher than you want it to be. Look, shoulder, head. Does the 4-hour make a somewhat of a right shoulder here? Speculatively, shoulder, head. Do we make kind of a right shoulder here and boom to the upside? It looks somewhat likely that may happen. Let's kind of zoom in and start to talk about what's happening on these smaller time frames. So the bigger time frames look good. We see movement. We see the daily could continue. We see the 12-hour, 8-hour, 22. That is telling us that there's a move likely to 72.5. We can get there. We have the gap in the VRVP. We see the retracement down to a 786, even a little past it. We see hidden bullish divergence. We're building up a story here. We see look at this double bottom of the 4-hour time frame. I mean, that has a measured move 68% of the time back to 71,008, 71,007. All right. MicroStrategy's ambitious $42 billion acquisition plan is not without risk. They're going hard. But you know what? There is no risk with BTC. Am I humble? 2016, 2017, so 7 years ago, I got into Bitcoin and figured there was no risk. I said the only risk was holding, because I knew I was already in risk holding the fiat currency. They print fiat currency to zero. I looked at this. I studied history. The Ginny Foundation told me, look at all these dollars, the $10,000 ruble. The lifespan of a fiat currency is 35 years. Okay? That's why we really need to remove ourselves from the Federal Reserve. They can continue to print this to zero, but that's a whole nother story at another time. That's where I come into politics. That's another deal. You know what I mean? Get yourself, right? Zimbabwe, $100 trillion there. Okay. Why? Why did they have $100 trillion? Because they printed the money. That was just in 2016. That wasn't that long ago, my friends. The average lifespan of a fiat currency is only about 35 years, which means these events happen much more frequently than you realize. Okay. So once you understand this, to me, it was never, Bitcoin, baby. Look at that. Bitcoin to 116,000 somewhere by April. It's going to be the best birthday present I've ever had, right? So we showed you the bigger time frames look pretty good. The 4-hour is just crossing the dotted line, but I have seen big movement. MACD just getting across. Lack of bearish momentum. Things are actually starting to look pretty tasty here for Bitcoin. The 1-hour had a beautiful pump today. Broke above, look, resistance, fell down. Broke back above, which was that was a support zone. Resistance, broke it, flipped it. SR flip right there. Bounce, broke it, resistance, flip that. Looks like we could bounce. Bring this level up here. You can see resistance where? 69,300. Can we hold? And what did we do? We got rejected by the 200 MA here on the 1-hour time frame. It starts to look like the big man is in. This is going to rip the big old bear. The big old bear gets in. He's not a bear. I should call him a bear, but you know, if the man gets in, this thing is going to go. So what we want to see is we want to see sideways price action now for Bitcoin. We don't want to see it lose 69.3. We want to see this coil up as the 21 begins to come into price action. If that happens, I'm going to be like all in, because what we're going to do is we're going to basically get very close, tight. We crack the 200, boom. We're going to boom to the upside very, very nicely. Okay. 4 hours still doing damage well above its 200 MA. That's a very bullish sign. If we had lost the 4 hour 200, that's the only time I would have been even remotely bearish for Bitcoin. Look at the 1 minute, because we're seeing to getting this. Look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder. You see that? That's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's a cup and handle money printer right there on the 1 minute. I'm going to stay off the smaller time frames right now because I hit so well today, and this is my plan. And let me get, I got a lot of, I'll take away all the scribbly scrabbly now. But this is what we're looking for. Okay, and I'll make it nice and neat if you'd like, using the right tool. The right tools make everything look good. So we'd like to see kind of maybe this comes down a little more, comes up, comes down, comes up. And so this is what we're looking for here for Bitcoin. We could go a little more lateral. If we go down, like this, and we got to get this. Where can you put a dotted line? But we want to see is this is the white line, right? And either it hits Bitcoin there or it hits Bitcoin there, but wherever the 21 hits, that's going to be our next bigger move. And so I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin, and this is my plan for execution style. All right, this is how I execute. And again, the word execution, funny, right? It can be used in two different ways. Like you can execute in business at a high level. It's about getting something done at the right, to execute, right? Execution. But then it also is, right, I'm also not using it in the more pejorative sense. I'm using it in the business sense of getting things done. Just want to make it clear, right? That's it. Yeah. Because someone might be learning English and be like, what is he saying? So now we have a little bit of resistance here for Bitcoin. 60 at 70K. It makes sense. About 70,000. All right. So here we stand. I like it. And we wicked all the way back down to 69.8. Remember when I said anything below 70,000 is a steal, and you saw me buying, 4 or 5K worth of BTC loading up? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Are we going to drop? Could we have a nasty dump? Let's take a look at what we're seeing here on BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP still suggests that we go all the way back down to 65,000. It says this is just a fake out rally to get people to get way too leverage long, and they're going to come and get you. I'm not leverage long right now. I'm spot long. All right. I can make up the losses on short, and we can short the market, right? And there's always money to be made. So drop a T in the chat for you're funny. Sleepy music for election day. Let it pump. Smash the likes. And let's go, baby. Okay, so I gotta bring the music up. Yeah. All right, I got you. 69,660 for Bitcoin. This says, BOOKMAP suggests we go down, but they also, when we were down here, it suggests we were going to low, and there was no liquidity above us. And what happened? We ripped to the upside. I do not follow BOOKMAP blindly. I use it as an add-on to what I already look at. If my strategy, which tells me above the 200, is telling me to long, and BOOKMAP says liquidity is below, I will counter trade BOOKMAP. It's very rare. Last night I counter traded BOOKMAP and I was ready to go. Okay? And everything started to make a move. Yes, market makers are still in control until retail comes in. They're 100% sweet liquidity down there to pay themselves. This is focus music, not sleepy. Two ways of looking at the same stuff. Shout out to Bulldog Boris. Yeah, just enough to keep your mind moving, but not enough to distract you for the charts. That's the type of music I like. It wants just kind of, it's there, and it got an excitement and a movement to it, but it doesn't take over the show. It kind of rides the background properly. So yeah, we still got liquidity to the downside by BOOKMAP. I'm just showing you what they're telling us. But I'm showing you what I'm telling you, and I'm watching this kind of sideways price action here for Bitcoin on the 1 hour. 1 hour is going to make a beautiful bull flag, and then we're going to be able to take it through this gap of the VRVP. Look at this beautiful gap waiting for us. Sorry, let me bring my stuff. But look at this beautiful gap of the VRVP. Look at that thing. And there's liquidity right there at 72,400, man. So it's telling us there's a beautiful move here coming for BTC. People that were aggressive got probably a good entry on that 69,000 low. All right. So this is what I see for Bitcoin, and I'm very, very bullish just on the charts. Also, the charts, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. This, if the charts are bullish, and we know that if Trump wins, they're bullish. So it's telling us that Trump is likely going to win based on the charts. If the charts went a rising wedge, breaking to the downside, right? If the 8-hour had bearish divergence, if we had hidden bearish and everything looked horrible, then the charts were going to be likely the opposite, right? But the charts are likely telling us we're going to the upside. Math, we work inside of a math based universe. So things can't, you know what I mean? It would be very unlikely for the charts to be bullish and for Trump to lose the election. You get what I mean? Those things wouldn't make sense mathematically. Again, I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance. I'm not telling you I know what's going to happen. And I don't want to force anything down your throat, and I don't want to piss you off if you're a demo. Crap. What? No, but I don't want to annoy anyone, and I don't really care. All I want to know is that you're a beautiful person that loves your neighbor, wants to help other people, and you're ready to take it to the next level with your trading. If that's you, then I want you here. I desire you to be a part of my trading group. If you want to jump on into my trading group, I make it very simple. Today, you would have been able to nail Bitcoin beautifully. I gave you a perfect trade. I gave you a great place with less fees like WEEX, right? A perfect place to trade. Join us now. Subscribe, either to the monthly subscription, the quarterly, or the annual. Jump on in today, right? Learn to trade, and get the education you deserve, all right? I've been here every single day, man, and I'm here constantly. I don't take days off. I haven't taken a day off in 1,400 and some odd days. This is a true story. You can back this up. You can ask anybody. No days off, not in 2023, not one day off. If 2024 ends, God willing, and I'm all right for the next 40, 30 plus 25, the next 65 days, I will bookend another year. Right, live stream from the very first day of that to the very next day, to the very last day of the year, right? I just want to show you our consistency. So if you're thinking of joining a trading group, you might as well join the one that's the most consistent. All right. Every other YouTuber has taken a day off in the last month. Go look at their videos. They've taken some days off. I have not done that. I care way too much about my goals, where I'm going, and I love where I'm at. Why would I take a day off? I'm in control of my life. I always have an hour for my trading group. If I don't have an hour to go live for you guys, then what am I? What is so busy about my life that if I've got the dough, if I'm in control of my reality, and I'm the man of men, right? I'm a boss. If I'm such a boss as I say I am, then why take a day off? That means 7 days a week I can control my schedule. And 7 days a week I can find at least 1 to 2 hours to do what I love to do with my life, which is to stream, teach you guys, and to live trade in front of y'all and show you how we do it. Okay? Blessings on everybody here. So if you're in the trading group, you already would have made gains. CryptoLifer.com. Don't be shy. Step on in. It's a brand new website we just put $30,000 into. We don't play games. It's got a beautiful back end. It's going to have tools, news, insights, products, and more. A Discord connect button. And we went through, trust me, man, my team is super smart. We know a lot about the back end, about the plugins and all sorts. You have no idea. Anyway, shout out to Jamie. Everyone give Jamie a huge shout out today, please. The guy is unbelievable. For me to trust anybody with my life and my website and all that, it's very difficult. I trust Jamie with everything, man, and he's been nothing but a great person, trustworthy individual. Like, I go for bat for the guy because I've trusted him with my life, man, and he's cherished my life as if it was his, man. He's a good man, and he helped that website get created. He's just doing so many things and making it happen. So God bless everybody, but specifically everyone. Say, Jamie, what up in the trading group today? Say thank you, Jamie. He's just done so much for every one of us in the trading group, and for me, unbelievable. Anyways, it's not the Jamie show, but I just, I know you guys are here for the charts, but I got so many awesome people that work with me in the company, and it's just amazing to see us like grow and find just progress together. It's awesome. Okay, so Bitcoin, I'm just looking for either a flag to the downside or a flag sideways. As annoying as it is to you, that's what I'm looking for. Anything else, I'm not playing on the small time frames. I'm staying off them throughout the day. Stochastics look like they may need to reset. The bearishness is that we get rejected by this 200. We do something like this. We lose this, you know. Sorry. Not a trend line. Let me delete that because that was just a measured move. But we'll lose this level here that we've made a nice support level that we've got, right? Bounce, bounce, bounce. We'll bearishly retest 68 and drop down. And then if you drop back inside the falling wedge, then this was just a complete fake out breakout. But it looks so big, it's unlikely. It's unlikely that we stay out of this flag now. We stay out of this trend line. So, you know, extend this trend line. If we ever were to break back inside, we drop likely to the bottom of it. And you're looking back at 65.8. We would have to lose 69.3, which has been a previous resistance and now, you know, held as support. If we lose 69.3, you're looking at 68.6. If we lose 68.6, you're looking at 67.8 and then back inside the pattern. So, you know, and I'll take you through that. If that starts to happen, we'll be seeing bear flags in the smaller time frames, and I'll probably end up shorting the 15-minute because we'll be below the 200 MA on the 15-minute, which will then end my bearish idea. But that's unlikely after you get a bull cross on the 15-minute. Usually you do get some nice movement there, but anything is possible. So that's why it's very likely, more likely that my 1 hour will play out, make a bit of a flag, and I'll be able to give you guys a trade, I don't know, in somewhere between 6 and 10 hours from now. All right. As the news comes on in. BOOKMAP just fed a new red. Look, that red just came in for BOOKMAP. Brand new hot data out on the order book there. And now we got a $71,500 order book. And actually, they've cleaned it up too. Look, they've kind of cleaned this area up. It's kind of got way less people. Now you got 68,000 and then just this lone guy down there who probably just like a Hail Mary he's probably never going to get. You see that a lot. It's 35,000. So now it's like, okay, could you go to 68.4? It could. But you're now, look at Big Red just showed up at 61,500. And now you're going to have people betting on both sides too. And you're going to have whales that have enough vision to go against both ideas, right? So there's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. I need you now to interact with me because I've been trading Bitcoin all morning. It's been Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Get me into the alts. Tell me what's hot right now, everybody. Let's go. I'm going to go into the fan funding here. And I just really want to be wowed by all y'all. I really do. Let's take a look here. Let's go to live chat too. Why do they do the top chat? I never understood that. Now let's go to fan funding. Shout out to the 1,698 beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And I just want to see. I don't even know if I posted the live to the Discord yet. Forgive me for doing that. A man of many tasks. Sometimes you forget the simple ones. Unbelievable, right? Speed up the process here, Semi. Okay. Master friend first. God bless America. You did it again. May God bless you. Can we take a look at SEI? Just about 20K. Wow, I like it. Thanks for all your knowledge, Sam. Can we look at XRP chat? Can we take a look at divergence taking place on the Pi cycle top indicator? Possible sign we could be heading into another huge dip like early 2020. No. I can't look at it. It's just, no, man. No. Early 2020 was a bearish divergence on the weekly. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be showing the Pi cycle on this show today. It's just a little much. And what I already know what you're saying, and I don't see it. I'm just telling you, I don't see it. Hey Sam, thank you for all your time and effort. Can you please take a look at RUNE for me? Thank you and God bless. Yeah. Shout out to Mac Tire. Thank you. And please, Drew, don't be upset. Yeah. Okay. XRP chart and SEI. Let's take a look at XRP and SEI. All right, SCI, baby, you lost that trend. So we were in this beautiful trend line. Things were looking great. We lost it, right? So you'd have to flip this, go down. And I'm going to get rid of the moving average. Let's just delete everything, but we're going to end at that rising, falling wedge, right? So we got our support of resistance here. We kind of had this like somewhat of an inverted head and shoulder. We got resistance at 40. And we double topped here at 50, right? It was looking bullish. SEI was getting, it looked like the money was going to flow from SUI to SEI. Things were looking pretty nice. And then we got this kind of devastating altcoin pullback that really just pushed down every single altcoin no matter what was happening. I'll pull the Fibonacci from that impulse there, and we're back down near this, 618, 786 golden pocket. Sad thing is, though, you had this really good support right there that you seem to have lost, which was at 35, and you're attempting to get back above it right now. It felt like if you didn't hold that, you were definitely dropping back to 29. So I guess, you could say right there's a little resistance, and that's some support, but it's not as strong as this area here. You can clearly see that. But for whatever reason, Bitcoin bounced. This bounced too, so you got a bit of a bounce. For me, I don't feel comfortable about the move until we get a break back above 39. 40, really, 40. You'd want to see this shoulder make a head, make a right shoulder, break on out, and get on out of this to the upside. Breach this trend line, possibly retest it, right? These are the signs you're going to be looking that SEI is back. One thing, though, low, high, higher low, higher high, and then you kind of made a lower low from there. But on this bigger idea here, you're kind of still on trend, right? You break this trend, you're dropping back down to 28, and that just, that's going to be... So you kind of want Bitcoin to get this move. You want to get the follow through, right? Trump is also good for altcoins. Like, Trump gets in, like, altcoins are not going to get buried. The other way happens, it looks like, altcoins may go for one more low. So this is it, We really want to see what happens in the next 2-3 days. Definitely could affect the liquidity that comes in and out of the market. So again, you're looking for this to make somewhat of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder here. Get above the $39 level and head back up to about 60 cents. All right. I still hold the boatload of SEI. All right. Sam, thank you for all your time and effort. Can you please look at RUNE for me? Thank you. And God bless. Amen, Mac Tire. We love you. Can you take a look at Seam? It's looking like a rug pull. What's going on with Seamless? You didn't have to retract your message, Drew. I love you, man. I'm so sorry. Can you take a look at Seam? It looks like a rug pull. What's going on with Seamless? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. Yeah. No idea. I have no idea what goes on with that coin. So SEI, interesting. All right. Let's take a look at XRP. Someone has asked about XRP. Look at it on the Binance chart, where it's mostly traded to. So if you look at XRP, it's just like I've been following it in this tight channel. Do I hold XRP? I actually do. How much? At this point, I think about 8,000 USD worth. I started buying it at 16 cents. So I've been buying XRP for a long time. I drank the Kool-Aid for a while, and maybe it does have something to do with the new monetary system and all this, and who knows? I don't know. But, I have enough lying around that I'll speculate on it. And again, yes, could I take that money and made so much more and many other things? Of course. But it's parked there and it's been there, and I'm leaving it there. Hey, Sam, thanks for all your time and effort. Can you look at RUNE? We'll look at RUNE, yeah. Crypto. Check Bark, a new beanie baby I found. Low cap. Looks interesting. I actually heard about Bark the other day. Book of the week, The Politics of Heroin. The CIA's complicity in the global by Alfred McCoy. Driving 3 hours to go and vote despite the ethical dilemma. Let's go, baby. Amazing. Why you have to drive 3 hours just to vote? But amen. Hey, man. God bless you, brother. And you're good for who you believe in. Everyone can, I'm awesome here. You're never going to hear hate speech from me. You're never going to hear me get mad at you if you say whatever you say. I love everybody. I live in love. My frequency does not change because others change their frequency. I've worked too hard to maintain a high frequency and a spiritual vibration that makes me feel good. I'm not going to break it for other people's behavior, differences that they have with me, and how they think about the world. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, right? He's maybe our solution. You're funny, Jamie. Okay, we'll take a look at Bark. Thank you there. Seamless. What's up with Seamless? I don't know anything about that coin, right? So back to XRP. There's a low, there's a high, there's a higher low. cup and a handle, chunkiness, tight moving averages. It just looks like it's consolidating, and it's only a matter of time. I believe you will see XRP back above $1, back moving again when the market starts to rip. XRP will rip. It's above this point of control. I feel the low is in. I'm going to go on a limb and say the low is in. These are good prices for XRP right now. But you do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. I think there's way better buys out there, personally. I would not be aping into XRP. However, I do still hold it, and, you know, I'm just giving you what I see. Open-minded, unbiased. All right. Yeah, I don't know anything about this coin, but that's a rug pull. I mean, that's what happens when things just go all the way to the downside. Yeah, that's nasty. Came out in last year and just never did a thing. I mean, maybe the team's doing something. Maybe a dev left. I don't know there, but yeah. It's a shame when you pick the wrong coin, huh? I didn't pick this. I want to say I had nothing to do with this. Someone just sent in a super chat. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. All right. There is a chance it gets here. Look, it can gap up through that VRVP pretty fast. But I mean, I don't know. Kind of an Adam and Eve there, you can see. If you believe in it and you really think that the team still cares and it just went through some rough spots, then, you know, for me, no way. For me, no way. No. Like, I wouldn't touch it till it gets back above the 200 MA on the daily, at least. At the very least. That's like somewhere at 188. Yeah. Wow, this thing got pounded. I mean, it looks like it's attempting to make that slanted Adam and Eve. And then this would be the neckline. And it would break out of this. And you'd see it at 6, you know. It could be the bottom right now. I don't care enough about this company or whoever made it, you know, the team and the devs. And so it's funny, in the stock we call it the company. Here we call it the dev, right? But basically the same people. It's the people that made the company, right? All right, moving forward. Someone asked about Bark. Let's take a look at Bark here on Dex Tools. There's also a Trump Sui? Or Sui Trump, I think it's Trump Sui. You know, if anything could go, this is a very, no, not that one. It would be on Sui. Oh, so they don't got Sui here. That stinks. Bark coin on Sol. All right, we'll take a look at Bark here too. There's a peanut, of course. Of course, there's going to be a peanut. R.I.P. Peanut, man. So Radium, Bark, Sol, yeah. So that's it right there, but I'll paste the contract address right out of CoinMarketCap. That way you can't, you know what you're doing. Wow, market cap's way too small, man. I don't know, be careful. This guy's going in for the $250,000. Feeling like you found something. I don't know, it's how you could easily get ripped. But 3,000 holders already, but only a market cap of 2. This doesn't make sense. Something seems weird there. But hey, you found something that just began. You never know. It could 10x to 2.7 million. See, this is what people were doing. They're trying to look for these tiny, but look, that's a bot. C1666. I'd be careful of this stuff. Probably the dev trying to use this as exit liquidity. Luna virtual P is currently about 87. Yeah, Luna's hot. Luna by virtuals. This is interesting to me for sure. Happy you didn't chase down, right? And it started to come back down. But this thing's interesting. All right, and you can get it on a bunch of different places. Even Aerodrome got it, which is kind of cool. I like that. All right, you can get it with virtual on Luna on Arrow, right? Luna by virtuals wormhole, right? So when setting up a trade, you know, first thing you want to look at is the Fibonacci, right? Right off the bat, because you don't need anything else. That's annoying for me when the settings are like that. I'll hit settings on the fib and I'll do, where is it? Like the fid level, you can put the fid levels on the right side. Maybe somewhere in here. Right here, labels right there. You hit that to the right because you can't have it on the left. So look, it's coming right back down to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. So it's telling me that's a beautiful place to be grabbing this coin. I like this personally. I think it's going to do numbers. Virtuals was hot. How could we capitalize on virtual? We get the next best thing as this thing starts to rip. And so Luna by virtual is definitely on my radar. Something that could do numbers. Very small market cap. I can't explain it. It just, every once in a while I see something that tells me, hey, this could do numbers. And so I like what I'm seeing. I like where it's at. I don't own any yet, but it's definitely something I wanted to start to look at. And it's new. It's got some buzz. And it could easily get to, you know, it could easily get to $100 million market cap. That's a 5X from there, almost 4X. So, and I like where it's sitting. Very, very oversold. Another thing you can add is hit indicators here. Just type in RSI, add in the relative and the stochastics, right? And then we'll go back to, like, you know, the 12-hour. If you get less information, go to the 4-hour. And you want to see how the stochastics are, if they're low, up or down, how they've moved. And this thing is very early, right? It's only been out since the 16th of October. Like, very, very, very early. It's pumped. Everyone kind of had their fun with it. It's now retracing back to find its new floor. So it's definitely not, you're not racing or chasing a high price action. Again, it could go to zero. It's high risk. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as such, but just definitely something that I've watched, and it's starting to come out on my radar as something that I want to pay attention to. And it's telling me, hey, I got the TA, I got the fundamentals, and people are talking about me. So you can speculate on me just by what people are saying, and then you can speculate on me based on, you know, my chart as well. So and Luna by virtuals. And that's also Fibonacci retracement. Like some people say, oh, but memes don't teach you, but you can learn Fibonacci with the meme. You really can. All right. I'm 20% away from liquidation of Reef. Maybe a wrong move there. Telling me, I don't know. I can never tell you what to do with your money, man. I won't do that. Please check out GFI. GFI is a long-term hold for me. You know, a coin I really, truly believe in. Look at that nice pump for Bitcoin. Bitcoin doing some damage. Look, it made a bit of a shoulder ahead, a right shoulder there, sideways price action. But this is what I see scribble this. Oh, look, that's an inverted. What if it just rips? And I miss out on one of the biggest pumps of my whole life right here. So you never know. Let's take a look. It's likely that I'm correct with my what's going to happen on the 1 hour, but could also say that was a flag here we made. Are we going to make like a bigger flag? That could do numbers there, right? To the upside, take you to what, 71,600 for Bitcoin. I mean, you got this bullish divvy. You're very oversold. You almost have a hidden bullish on the 7 because this, look, that's a swing down while the 7 swinging up. Tell you they're going to break that high before that low. And it's just a very bullish sign. So there's a chance that the small time frames really start to get crazily bullish here. Could even take us to 73,000. I mean, you could hit, could you hit an all-time high today? It looks like we'd have to stretch liquidity for sure, but it's close, right? I'm seeing polls all over Twitter too. Every time I see a poll, it's 78 to 21, you know, 70 to 30, just very, very, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, he got married. I didn't realize that Becker got married, man. Good for you, Becker. Getting married is the best thing you could do for yourself, man. It's the one thing that, you know, he had everything going, but you gotta just having the marriage is awesome. Lifer, what are the ETFs selling so hard? They know something we don't. Largest outflow in 6 months. Enoch Soshi. Honestly, it could be people that want to buy Bitcoin and realize that they messed up buying the ETF. And they really wish that they had bought real Bitcoin because they're getting priced out of actual Bitcoin. So now they're like, all right, I made a bunch of money. So this is what I think. They went into the ETF hoping to double up with their money because they were speculative. Now they've doubled or done really well. They want to buy more Bitcoin. So they want to sell the ETF for Bitcoin. Yeah. Again, that's, you know, something you didn't even think about, right? Yeah, exactly. And again, I can't tell you that's exactly what's going to happen, but I'm speculating on a possibility. So while the 800s are strong, 69,000 did a nice bounce. It's showing strength here. Looks like we could start to go sideways. So if I take a look at weeks here, we had a beautiful move. And I delete everything. What I do is I go into the big picture here. I could use some of my old stuff. Delete this. Beautiful SR flip right there. 69.3 seems to want to hold us pretty nicely, if you ask me. But I don't know. You didn't ask me, so maybe you don't care. But, you know, if you did ask me, then I would tell you this. I'll tell you what, I mean, that looks somewhat bullish to me. I wouldn't be surprised if this starts to take off in some way, shape, or form here. Look at what I love about this. Watch what we're gonna get here. Just a scalp long on this takes us almost to the one all-time high, 71.5, right? Just a scalp long, like on a smaller time frame. That's bullish to me when things of that nature, you know. Again, we have to understand there's heavy volatility today and anything could happen, right? The take profit would be 71,419. The stop would be somewhere here below at about 69,243. This is weeks. This is how you use weeks. Nice and easy, old man. Nice and easy. 777's just flashed. Already made some gains today. We're not going to give them back, but we like to kind of begin this possible idea here. I still do see the 1 hour coming back down, so it's a little high risk, in my humble opinion. It's going to end up falling back down, then go sideways. Let me take a look at one more time before I get too pulled in here. I mean, the trend line tells you there's not much more room, though, and the stochastics are like very, very bullish. I'm gonna have to enter the trade. You know, I don't want. You know, my emotions are telling me to be scared, but the TA says that go for it, Sammy. So I got to take what the probability tells me is likely going to happen. So I adjusted that in. Nice and fast price action. Very smooth. Very interactive. Weeks is awesome in that sense. Everything just seems very, very smooth and very easy to use. I love it. Seamless process for Weeks. So if you want to jump on into Weeks today, I do have a link up there in the pinned comment. And I do receive a commission if you jump on in. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to anyone that did ever use any of my links in my life. I appreciate that. You've definitely supported me in many, many ways. And I love each and every one of you, and I thank you so much. Let's take a look here. So let's get back into, you know, so again, now that looks really bullish too. So the 1 hour could flip. Small time frames looking nice to me. And even the daily with that. And remember when I always, even that bigger move I talked about, that daily trade I gave a long time ago with the stop loss below the 200 MA, that trade played out. It moved around, but it played out nicely. It took a while. It took a lot longer than thought, but it did play out over time. This could be looked at like a bit of a symmetrical triangle. Just a 3-to-1. Just barely a 3-to-1 there. Wow, that trade's already in the green at 69.9 now. So this is the same, 71.421, just shy of 71.5. Stop loss will be 69.381, right? And what we're doing is we're kind of front running some ideas here, right? I've had a pretty good day. We've been in the green all day. 300 for 900. Might be a better off idea. I do have a hidden bullish divergence there. We shouldn't lose. That means I should not get stopped out based on that idea. So I'm going to take the probabilities in my favor. There's the trade there too as well. So I open up the trade on both exchanges. May the best trade win, all right? And we'll see what happens. We'll let those puppies cook for a while here on the live. Okay, let's get back into what you guys are talking about. Shout out to Stone1YGM. My man's been here for a while. From commenting and watching your daily lives for the past few months, when I watch your stream, it works on others. Sorry, yeah, shout out to Stone1, man. We love you, brother. You've been in here for a long time. God bless you, man. God bless you. Let's think. It could have been an accident. You never know. When we were getting heavy spam, someone could have just clicked on you accidentally, man. You never know what could happen. You know, it could have been me accidentally, you know, trying to catch someone who spammed it. You never know. We apologize greatly. We'll look to see if we can rectify that. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at Rune Thorchain. So I wanted to see Thorchain explode, went super tight, blew up. But then look, you can see a bearish resistance here, bearish divergence. As this swung down, that swung up, and then it did take the beat down to the ground. We did not get to the target. You know, at that point, you move the stop loss to break even, though, because you were up pretty nicely. So anyone that lost that trade does not trade properly. It's either a DCA hold or the stop loss to break even once you're up. So you got to, you know, take that always into account. You see me every single time, stop loss to break even. It is what it is. And today, you know, it's heavy volatile. Might be a good day to maybe just not even trade at all. Like, you don't have to trade at all. I could be forcing it. So just be easy. We're already down 69,880. We'll see what happens here for BT. Ooh, 820. Yeah, so 844. And what I would stress is if this trend line starts to break, then I may bail out, you know. Admins, please look at my error. I know what happened. I have watched Live for many years. I don't care about hate anyone or spread negativity. God bless you, brother. No worries. Just use this account. You'll be fine, right? Only half the likes. Come on, people. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get back into Rune here. So what stresses me a little bit is the daily, right? You're losing the daily 200. You got to get back above that yellow line. Very, very important. All right. It's very important you get back above that line on the daily. You know, you could say this is the trend line, but if you lose this, you're going to drop. Honestly, I got some mixed signals from this, right? Bitcoin dumps and everything starts to move, you'll lose this trend line and you may be coming down for a double bottom low. You might hit 240. The market kind of revisits a big pump and gets tight. This could go with everything else and kind of. So it's really hanging on the Bitcoin cliff here for sure. All right. And only time will tell. Nobody knows for sure what could be happening here. So just be careful for sure. Bouncing. Resistance at the 200, you got to flip that. Look at your 4 hour for any type of, you know, can you bounce off this? Flip that 200. You know, the 1 hour got to get it, you know. So, I don't know. I'm seeing some mixed signals for Rune, Thorchain. Doesn't have a huge following. I could see it get sold off for something better, you know. It's really important you get a bounce here. So, here's the deal. If it's like 5 days from now or 2-3 days, I'd say, yeah, 7 days from now or somewhere here, it's likely a buy. You know, so that's why I wait for consolidation. If it consolidates, then it fed off. It basically pushed the bears away and was able to push further to the upside. So that's what we're looking for. You know, and that gives you, you know, some bullish sentiment. All right. Remember Dogelon Mars? I bought that coin, man, such a long time ago. And Dogelon Mars. Please check out GFI. Tectum on XC, please. Thank you for being here every single day. God bless you. Dogelon Mars and Crow with Knife, please. One at a time, my friend. One at a time. Let's take a look at Dogelon Mars. Elon, right? Dogelon. I remember this coin. People think, hey, you know, if Doge gets a big move, maybe it could. I think this coin's kind of, it's so old. You know, it was funny back in the day. I don't know if like coins, you know, it's a meme coin from last cycle. Just because it says Elon, do you think it may be? But, you know, it's attempting to round a bottom. For me, this is just really a gamble. It's up to you. Like, you do what you want with this. I can't tell you, you know. It seems to have hit the rock bottom again. I wouldn't touch it. I would leave it alone. I think there's far better memes out there, new memes, different things with whole new communities and new buzzes, and you're hanging on to an old narrative, and it's not, and it was a meme coin, right? So it's one thing to hold on to like Chainlink from last cycle, but this is like, you know, it's hugging the bottom, and maybe it, you know, it does have that like Elon ring to it. I get it. It's been around, like Doge pumps, Elon, Doge Elon Mars, all this stuff, but it just, I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, little pump there for Bitcoin, looking like we may be able to take this trade in, baby. So fast, so good for Bitcoin. All right. 69,888 on the 8s, Solvay, on the 8s. You take a look at Pauly Market on the elections here again. We'll take a look here for you. 61% for Trump, 38% for Harris. Not even really close, you know. And it seems to be that, look, Trump has just been pulling away since about, you know, what, 7 a.m. this morning. He's just really just taking a bigger pop to the upside. Likely to take Pennsylvania now with the electoral votes. I mean, that's a big deal. Likely to take Arizona, likely to take Georgia, Nevada, may not take Michigan, gaining in Wisconsin. So he's gaining in Wisconsin. If he takes Wisconsin, I don't see how he loses the elect. Like, to me, that's just like, because that was, right, that's Tim Walz's. Isn't that Tim Walz's home state? I could be wrong. Maybe that's Minnesota. I could get all, you know, but I'm pretty sure that's where Tim Walz is from. You think that would have been, so to speak. So there you have it. I mean, it's closing in here on a tighter market, looking more and more bullish for Bitcoin. And why do we say this? Politics doesn't really matter, right? I don't care what you do, but if you care about the charts like I do, if you're a trader like me, then you got to see like one candidate is viewed far more bullish to the markets than another. Even if that's not the case, even if you were to scientifically go through it, it doesn't matter. That's the projection. Projection moves markets. Okay? Projection moves markets. If a CEO was presumed, like, let's just say there was a freak accident and everyone thought the CEO, something happened to a company, like an unknown person, we're not, you know, and we thought he may have, you know, lost his life. And then people would freak out. And then we find out he didn't, and the stock would probably bounce right back again. Oh, it was just a false move. You know what I mean? So it's that idea that it's gonna go pretty crazy. Wow, they just keep selling off GFI. Back to 136 now. It did bounce nicely off 107. I give it to you, but like, wow, I like this coin. I bought enough of it, but I guess I got to DCA a little bit more. And if you look at it on MEXC, it just never had a leg up. And the chart looks absolutely horrible. This chart looks bad. Like, I like this project though. See, I've researched the project and I think it's an amazing project that can do numbers. At the same time, I mean, the chart looks absolutely horrible. So, but you know, hey, we'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time. This would, you do what you want. I would, you know, I may grab a little more of this. I may not. It's just disappointing though. I would have liked to see it held that bottom around 190. But it's also a better price for a better product. So, hey. Yeah, so Elon would pump up like that. Bit of a cup and handle, double bottom. It's got some bullishness to it, but it's not amazing. Let's take a look at Tectum. Tectum is tech, if I remember correctly. T-E-T, yeah, tech. I mean, this thing double bottomed it. It's attempting its, you know, its cup and handle, but it's bleeding. It's another project that can get sold off, right? Anything that's like DeFi, that's like beginner DeFi, you know, not like Aave or MakerDAO or something like, I don't know, more substantial. But you do have a cup and a handle here. You pull your fib back to that 618 golden pocket. And this was a hot a hot project back on, and it still got the buzz and people like it somewhat. So Tectum. I think someone may have given me some at one point. I don't know. I can't remember though. I don't love the project. I'm not going to say I'm someone who actively invested in this. I can't remember if I have any. I just want to be truthful with you. I don't know if I do or not. I'll say yes just because why not? But like, if I do, I don't know or care about it. But yeah, I mean, that could be your higher low though and pump you back to 17 for Tectum. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's, a lot of coins have done the bottom. Now they've pumped, then they come back for their secondary bottom. And that usually is a low. Specifically how beat you are on the daily, they're oversold. So yeah, I would expect some type of bounce there for Tectum. I really would. I would. Okay. And someone asked about Crow with knife, but you doubled up with the super chats, but we'll take a look. I'm going to ask you guys, so I'm having a problem getting into Dex Screener. I don't know why. See, it's doing this. It happened like 2 nights ago. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I zoomed, maybe I linked maybe I have to sign in because I linked my wallet or something? I don't know. I have no idea. That's the Rolex that I bought. 6750, date just, Oyster Perpetual. Except I didn't have these, it has the flat bezel here, but everything else is exactly the same with the champagne bezel. You guys don't care, and I know it's, who cares? It's like, I'm gonna die one day and it's gonna be on my wrist, right? I'm with you. I never really like material things. After losing my mom, and even before that, it's like you almost bothering to prove to people you can have them, but once you have them, you're like, but what's the point of it? The only thing is, I don't like holding fiat, and I'd rather something that's pleasing to the eye than a dollar bill. So even just for that, it's an amazing work of art. The fact that we're able to put things together that beautifully and man can make things like that, that's pretty nice, So yeah, I have no idea, man. We're having a problem getting to Dex Screener, which pisses me off because I like Dex Screener. All right. I have my laptop up. I still get access, but it just... Thank you for the gain. Shout out to Blair Stevenson. And again, anyone in the trading group, you're in massive gains. If you took the call from this morning, like we talked about why the ETFs are selling so hard, they could possibly be buying more Bitcoin. And I truly, you guys might spit your coffee on that. Come on, Sam. But I truly believe that's possible. I know you think I'm being funny, but I think it's possible. Once you got the ETF and you realize you're kind of stuck in that monetary system, and maybe they find something out, oh man, I wish I had that Bitcoin, and the hardware wallet might be a better look. You see what I'm saying? And there you go. So shout out to everybody here. 74,230 on our way to 75,000 subscribers. And that's going to be a milestone when we hit 75,000, and we are on our way. I'm telling you, it looks like we're going to hit it very, very fast. We just crossed 74,000. We're already at 74,250. This is amazing. I really appreciate it. The channel really starting to take off on another level. Everybody, I appreciate you, and I love you more than you would ever know. $93 in chat revenue, 1,708 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. If you're just jumping on in, all right, we are looking into a long that I just opened up here. Entry here, stop loss here. Actually, this long you could still really possibly get into the long, all right now. And we're up $12. We just got in $1,000, 25x leverage. It's a $27,000 trade. And then we did another trade here on WEEX. And that trade, look, it's even better on WEEX. It's getting that, just the way I drew it. Hey, keep it down over there, But WEEX pumping to the upside. We just crossed 70,000. We're up 14% on WEEX, up 47. This thing's up even more than the other one, so we're doing damage here. This trade, we use way less, 343 at 39x leverage. So the leverage is higher here. The margin small. All right, booming to the upside, 70,100. Speak of the trade, if you just took it, we're booming to the upside now. We just talked about 70,000 for Bitcoin. And, I saw that this flag was likely going to play out. So far, so good. Can we get all the way to the upside and get more gains than we've already made today? Shout out to anyone that just jumped on in. I know you just left another stream. I saw one of my buddy's streams just ended. jump on in today. My name's Sam Price. I've been trading for over 15 years, if you can believe it. I've been an analyst on multiple assets across multiple markets, from the Dow Jones, the Toronto Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, and you name it. And again, if you just took this live trade with me, you are in the gains right now for Bitcoin. 70,100. Second time, could we crack through and then just get this monumental push to the upside? We're seeing all sorts of hidden bullish divergence back above 70,000 for Bitcoin. It's a milestone today. 1,781 people here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. If you're feeling the love today, you're feeling positive energy, hit the like button, man. Spread the positive energy around. Let someone else feel your positive energy by hitting that like button. Let everybody know that you care about cryptocurrency, that you want to see a change in this world. God bless all of you. If you want to see a change in cryptocurrency, you know where you got to vote. All right. There was one administration that did not care about us at all, beat us up. You know, basically went after everyone they could. It was horrible. And you know what happens is the day a certain person gets in office, a certain person with a G is gone. 70,200 for Bitcoin. A beautiful move here for BTC. I'm loving it. Nice move there for Bitcoin. I can move that stop loss to break even there. I can't lose any money on the week's trade. You see how we do that? Coverage. All about coverage. We already won gains today. This is a secondary trade just to kind of have some fun with y'all. And this actually might end up becoming a bigger one. We did gap away from the 21 pretty fast. I like to take my money. I'll even put the stop loss right there. Look how easily I move the stop loss on weeks. And I'm just showing you how not to lose trades. Just constantly take the gains as you get away from 21-day moving averages. Push it to the limit. Oh, look at that. We're just, you know. And now look, we can't. Ooh, as it continues to moon, look at that. And we can, you know, what's called it. We can trail that puppy now. Look at that thing just mooned at what, 350 somewhere. And then look, I got caught off, but look. And look, when you get that far away from the 21 on a move, it usually, you know, and I do this kind of scalping idea here on the 1, the 5 minute all the time, and we just took profits there. And this was a $900 account. It's about to go to $2,000. I grew it. And look, I still got a trade open. All right. So you don't have to be like, oh, this one's up 180. We can move this one to break even now. So we can't lose. It's another trade today. Wow, look at that. We're on the 5 minute time frame. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. 1 minute gapping very far away from the 21-day moving average tells me that the same scenario here. I'm going to get ready to just take it. Oh. Look at that move. And take, you know, the volatility. People are going to be placing crazy bets. The second they see it looks like Trump going to win or something like that. So we want to just take advantage of this. Look, we must be up 350, 220. Only 220 should have went harder on that move. It's going to come crashing back down to that 21. I'm telling you right now, it's very likely. So look, I just took my profits again there. And now I'm stashing. Wow, I just keep making, I'm telling you, man, I just keep taking 200, 100, 200, 100, 500, 300. And it just adds up over time. This is likely to come all the way back down to the 21. Why? Because you gap away from the 21. You're going to come back to it. I can't explain this. This is just what happens. And that's how you do what we do. We showed you how we rock the trades, right? Wow, this is riveting. Shout out to everybody here who loves this live trading in action, baby. I love it, man. And if you just started watching me, you don't know who I am. Who's never seen me before? Who's never seen me before? Hey guys, if he's never seen me before, be like, wow, they're in for a treat, right? Who here has never seen me live trade on the live stream before? Who's never seen someone live trade before like that, the way I did it? I just want to know, anyone out there, put a 444 if you've never seen it. If you've never seen it. And I open up the trade in front of you. I used a stop loss in front of you. And I nailed it in front of you. Good morning, buddy. I hope all is well. God bless you and your family. Amen. Let's go. Bill, one pool of liquidity at a time. Amen. We'll get them there, Master Friend. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. God bless you and yours for everything. And today's the day where, you know, some of my strategies may not play out. Maybe we just continue to get some. Who here feels like you're floating inside? Like it's a really strange day. Like you have so many kind of feelings. You don't even know what you're feeling. Like, are you happy? Are you excited? Are you curious? Are you adventurous? Like, we're at a precipice of the world. We're at such a point where we know anything can happen. Anything could happen at any moment to anybody. Like, and we're all, you know, we're on pins and needles. We believe we know what's going to happen, but do we? After the uncertainty, you know, the Dominion voting systems, all the things going on, right? There's so much swirling in our subconscious minds that we probably don't even know. Then we have the markets, then we have our money, then we have the charts. If you're a crypto person, it's even worse. If you aren't even into crypto, you're feeling pretty funny. If you're into crypto, you're like, whoa, I got all my money in this. Bitcoin's doing that. I'm doing the, you know what I mean? It's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. Just clean up the mess or blow it up already. Sheesh, you're funny. Those comments hit home. I'm a corporate man and I have to watch unrest today to protect the employees as part of crisis. Amen. Sometimes I forget which timeline I'm currently active in, and I have to figure out it's the first time I saw you or 10 years down the line. Amen. Let's go, Trump. I'm from Turkey, but hopefully he wins. Let the gates fall so I can see who wants to help rebuild it. Oh, yes, I love the misinfo. What? A misinfo? What is that? Who is the president who won? I don't know. I'm not trading today. The FOMO of trading is high, but I control myself. I mean, I'm not trading FOMO. I'm trading setups. Like Bitcoin is showing, like that was a beautiful shoulder, head, right shoulder. Then we got very tight above a point of control in the VRVP. Likelihood of a move there to the upside. All right. Just buy and hold Bitcoin, no stress. That's what I do all the time. Everyone, you don't have to do this. I'm having fun. I'm just growing an account. You know, I'm growing an account here. And you know, what I do is I eventually take this money and we'll put it into something fun. All right. I also have a BTC account here that we're growing as well. So look, the stochastics got oversold, overbought. The RSI was high. We were waiting for the 21. I told you that was a perfect sell. I sold that thing beautifully, right? Now, if you're bullish, you're going to make a bit of a flag here, maybe even an inverted head and shoulder. And remember, I've seen all this happen so many times in my life, so I can kind of see how it's going to happen. You know, again, doesn't mean I'm right every time, but I'm right more than I'm wrong. And that's the key. That's all you have to be in trading, is be right more than you're wrong, and you're going to be an amazing trader. Isn't that amazing? All right. Okay, breaking the 200 on the hourly. That's a beautiful sign. Let's take a look at the bigger time frames here. So now we want to see this make a flag. Get tight and we'll be able to take it again. I sit here all day, sell the top, get into the local bottom, and I just continue to do this all day long. Use the moving averages in my favor, support and resistance flips, and just common sense to make these trades happen. And you guys see me do it every single day, constantly, over and over again, till it's sickening. 1,920 people here on the live, 748 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. And remember, I don't know how it's going to look. I just keep looking for what's going to happen here. And I'm open-minded to bullish and bearishness. Is there a bearish divergence? Yeah, I mean, that swings down while that swings up. That is a bearish divvy. Not the best sign. Do we have to maybe possibly retest the top of the trend? We may. We don't know how exactly this is going to go, but what you do, you have the trade set up beforehand. 7121, 69. See, I can already have the trade set up just in case. We're looking for, we'd like to get a bounce here and watch it consolidate. This would be nice. Something like this. Up, down, and get tight again. Just like we saw. We just got this just here. Same idea here. We're in this section here, coming down. All right. Doesn't mean everything I'm doing is right. I'm just showing you this is how I find the trade. I'm looking for the trade now. I'm forming for the trade. You get it? Like I'm like bending and moving to make sure to see what I see inside the trade. Bitcoin at 70,151. Beautiful. I mean, you got to love that. Anytime we're back above 70K, I mean, it sets such a precedent. It speaks volumes. We're above 70,000. I mean, it's like no more 66,000s. Who will get to 75K, me or Bitcoin? Will my channel get to 75,000 or Bitcoin first? I'm at 74,250, and only time will tell. Voting should be done on the blockchain 100%. Sam, I'm in a long and AR for the bottom yesterday. Can you have a look? God bless Trump 2024. Thank you. I'm just reading what he said. Let's look at Zero Labs. Zero Labs has been on my radar around the 60-cent level. Something about this project tells me that it has legs and it can do what other projects can't. And it has that je ne sais quoi. That's something, just that's something about it, you know? Just like an election day, that je ne sais, it just got something about it, you know? Okay, sir, please see B&B. I don't know about that. Bitcoin and the lifer at the same time. I know, right? I mean, but we hit 75K at the exact moment in time. So this just looks interesting to me. This DEI, decentralized AI. Of course it is, right? 15 cents did a 4X. So we missed out on the low cap, but it's still got a very small market cap. It does have a treacherous bearish div, but you can say that it had the bearish div up until here. Then that kind of kicked in at a double bottom. Now it's kind of off that. And it's ready to kind of channel its way. And it's shown that 48 cents is very strong support. So I wouldn't, if Bitcoin can hold on, hold and do well and, not be on a crazy pump and dump charade here, then this is a good chance that we get this move for DAI. So keep this on your radar. Watch this. Just I got to tell you, as, simple as I've just made this, I don't have a lot of lines there. It is what it is. It's below the support of resistance, which I don't like. This is weird a little bit, not perfect, but I definitely think it's something you want to pay attention to. It's called DEAI, right off the bat. And, it has that, it's got that idea. So again, I give things to my students that I believe they should just have on their watch list, on their radar, things that you're looking at. Sometimes I can't own any. I bought too much of something and I'm just not at the moment, but Sammy, could you check WorldCoin? Send it a TA for deep dive, okay? Or if you want me to go over to a coin and do a super chat, it would be awesome if you send it into the fan funding here. All right, I can't see everything. Tia on Maple, like he said, right? So let's take a look at Maple from Anthony Chamberlain, who asked about Maple Finance, which I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. That's also, I believe that was on Coinbase, if I'm correct. Maple, MPL for the US dollar here. Okay, Maple offers a service, does, utility, right? Right off the bat, you got to like that about Maple. Take away the moving averages, just clean up price action. Let's look at it on the biggest time frame we can find it on. So you had this really nice support at 11. Bounced off there, and then you kind of got stuck inside this range, and it seems like you've hit 23 a few times now, and you've kind of, that's an area that you've had contention at. I almost feel like you've broken out of this and now you're in, but you could say, okay, bigger channel. And there's some good support at 20. There really is. Moving averages, wow, you're a little far away in the 5-day, 2-day. Daily, you're right where you need to be. I really see it like this, like you were in this ascending triangle. This is the story I see. You broke out, things were going great. You came back inside, you broke out again. So they just toyed with you. This is something that I would just play as if it never left. I never, so you would just basically get in here with a stop on the other side. This is a very simple trade. And I'll tell you what, it broke out. That was your time. Right? Then it came back for the retest, lost it, got back in, got back out. So now you've had it's done the fake out a bunch of times. It's gotten, basically the market makers have gotten their liquidity. So it's very unlikely they're going to go back down again. Again, anything can happen. So this is something I'd enter even somewhere right now with a stop, just because if it falls through the pattern again, then you got to really just give up on it. But it's very likely it's going to head back up to 33 here for Maple. Hit an all-time high too. Or no. But a local one, right? Hasn't been there in a long time. Hasn't been at 33 since somewhere in June of 2022 or something. So That looks like a pretty simple trade to me because you have the entire pattern as your backing. You see, you break back inside the pattern, you'll get stopped out. Fine, maybe it comes back up again. Who knows? But, you know, if you stay outside that pattern, it's a very good idea. And there's very good odds that you do. Okay. So look, see how I'm projecting? You get rid of this now. You move this back down. Your stop loss will change. Your target may change too, because now you know, but this is more what you're looking at now. And then you drag this down and the numbers will change. But see, because I have the numbers on screen, I'm a step ahead of everybody else. 71, 137. The stop would be maybe 69. See, I had 877 there, but I thought, well, below 800s will be better, right? Because we know the 800s are a key level. But we just SR flipped and we got oversold, and there's a hidden bullish divergence now. On the 1 minute, it swings down while this swings up. And this is the stuff I remember. When things get really bullish, you start getting this hidden bullish in small time frames. You can almost start to trust it. Now, I made so much money today already, I might as well just risk $100. You know, I just keep risking, because if I lose this one, then I walk away. If not, it's like, so what I do is I keep risking, but I risk less each time. So say I trade 300 for 900. I hit $500-600. Then I'll do a 200 for 600. If I hit 300, right? Then I'll do a 100 for 300, right? And as I keep edging up, I don't risk, because what I used to do is make 500, then go all in 600 for 1800. And be like, well, then I'll only be down 100 if I lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take the wins and take all the wins. Now I take less than the wins as the risk. So I can go to, so I know I'm going to go. So I want to make, once I'm up on that day, I want to make sure that day's a green day. Like, today's a green day for my monthly P&L. As long as I don't do anything stupid, I can go to sleep tonight and I can say I was green on my P&L today. I helped my account grow, right? And that's what we want, you know. And again, it's not about over trading. It's not about being the best. It's not about showing everyone how great you are and all your 100x gains. And that's fun. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to put anyone down who does that. I think that's great. It's great. But it's not about that. It's about you having more money than you started at the end of the month. That's it. And I don't care how much, if it's $100, $200, it's 90% of traders are going to have less money than they had at the beginning of the month. Everyone acts like everyone's making money here. They're not. Most people are not. Most people are not doing what I'm doing, getting in and out, moving their stop losses. That's responsible. That's discipline. You know how many people do not have aren't responsibly disciplined? 90% of the world. All right. It took me years to do these trades in front of you. I had to learn a lot of discipline, a lot of patience. I had to back test. I had to have faith in what I learned. And I had to get rid of the emotions that told me that I can't and won't be able to do something with my life. I had to force all that out to become a public trader here on my live stream. Like, this took years to curate the position that I'm in now, to be able to do what I do. And what I don't want to be, well, look at me again. But the point is, it's trading. You know, what I'm doing here every day is trading. And if you want to master trading, you got to master yourself. Okay? And that's what I'm doing every day here too. We're talking about the character. We're talking about building discipline. We're talking about doing the same thing over and over again. Consistency. Consistency builds results. Okay? You want results. Everyone wants results. They want the garden. They don't want to get their hands dirty and plant. Everybody wants all the things, but they want to go to they want to look big and diesel, but they don't want to have to go to the gym all day. Okay? They want it all, but they don't want to work for it. They want the beautiful career. They want the YouTube channel where everyone says hi and they get super chats and 2,000 people say hi to them a day. But you know how hard I had to work for to get this? So hard. All right. And you know how many doors were going to get closed in front of you? Every single successful person you've ever met has hit failure so many more times than you could ever believe. They have failed more times than you could imagine. The difference between a successful person and someone who's just doing a mediocre life or just kind of living life on life's terms and not on their terms is someone that kept moving no matter how many times they failed. Someone that never gave up no matter, you know how many trades I lost? You know how many times I believed I wasn't be able to do this live in front of you all? I remember one time telling my wife, I can't do it like these other traders. I'm never going to be able to be like, look at these guys. They can just She's like, if you're going to get the skill, she's like, they just know more than you, Sam. She's like, you're going to know what they know. She's like, I know you. You're amazing. You're going to be able to do amazing things. You just got to get the information. They have information you don't, Sam. Once you get that information, you're going to be able to do the stuff to do. Technical analysis, you're going to be great. And she built me up. My wife built me up. She told me I could do something. She believed in me. You know? There was times where I doubted myself, and she did believe in me. She didn't always believe in the channel. She didn't always believe in cryptocurrency, but she always believed in me. Could you get me my my watch? You know where it is? You know where I keep it? Wow, look at the huge move we just got for Bitcoin. Right when I talked about my wife, and I said she's so special. And look, now I can even move this stop loss a bit to break even there. Look, I'm just going to take whatever the market gives me. If they hit me off at break even and then keep pumping, so be it. I'm okay with that. The day's gone lovely. I'm already so happy with what God has given me today. And the stochastics pushed to the upside there, as they should have. We got that jump, right? Stop at break even. I'm playing it close to the bone, only up 44. And you can see I'm not as like, if I was really hungry here, stop loss would be lower. I'd really, because I need this being maybe the beginning trade of the day. As I trade more and more, the stop loss gets brought to break even way quicker because I'm not as greedy now. I've already filled my, you know what I mean? It's like you're at the buffet. I only need to put a little bit on my plate now. I've eaten so much. Okay, I don't need to pile on my plate. Before I was trying to pile on my plate. A lot of you rookies, you beginner traders, you're trying to pile it on your plate. You don't even have the skills. You don't have a plate that can handle all that food, and you're shoving it on at the buffet. You know, you got to hold it and let me take it out the box.
I have kids.
Just hold the box for. Oh. Wait, is this? I can't see your. Oh no. Yeah. There you go. It comes in a little pillow. Little. You're a pillow. You're my little pillow. There you go, baby. Thank you, my love. Hey, Sammy. Ooh, it's cold on the wrist. Like that. So can we get the bounce off the 21 here to the upside for BTC? And cover the purse, man. Stop loss at break even. After that, we call that breakout out of nowhere. Crazy, right? We rode this thing up. We watched it come back down. We got back in again. We sold up here. We got back in. We're playing this like ping pong, dude. All right. Now what we want to see is the 1 minute make a bit of a flag here. See, the 1 minute's going to ride the 21 now. Now, 1 minute on the 21 is a really good sign. That's what you really want to see. And so, like, you just want to see this make a flag now and continue. If it dumps with the lower high, it's possible. I have to just bail with my little 43 or get it stopped out of break even. $27,000 trade, $1,100 in at 25x leverage. We don't need this right now. Sorry about that. The curving 21 is not a good sign. You don't want to see the 21 curve like that. I'd like to see the 21 cascading up. When that curves, it's going to have to flip back quickly. More of a faith that the price action can break through it now. You see? And then do we flip back to poly markets? It's like, I never had to look at something else. Now we're looking at poly market, looking at the crypto fear and greed index. There's a lot coming at us today, for sure. Shout out to all the beautiful super chats. You people are absolutely amazing. Any last minute things coming in, let me know. It's 11:56. Okay, show goes from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. And Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. We also do a quick little morning stream on the weekends, but lately, like Sunday morning stream blew up. I have no idea why. It was one of the bigger streams this week. So you never know what's going to happen when I go live. Honestly, you just don't. Participate in one of the greatest shows on earth and one of the funnest communities in the game, one of the most knowledgeable groups of people when it comes to cryptocurrency, meme coins, you name it. We're here for you every single day. Me and my team and everybody here. We got people on the music. People broadcasting. We got security in the Discord. We got timestamps for you so you don't have to search through the videos to find out what coins we're talking about. If you want to get TA on your coin and you see it in the timestamp, always go to the description. I think a lot of people forget that. Go to the description of all my videos and you can see there's going to be a beautiful selection of all the coins we talked about that day right down there for you, ready to rock. It's a resource. It's awesome. It'll blow your mind. Okay. All right, one thing I want to look at too before I jump on out of here is my rank, right? And everybody, anyone understand what's happening to my deck screen? Or I'll ask Jamie, but I can't figure it out. There we go. So the top 20 search coins in the last 7 days, Wormhole keeps getting searched. All right. And it's a great time to see heavy searching when there's not a lot of action, right? Puffer Finance keeps getting hit down too. Arkham, one of my favorite coins, actually up a little bit right now. Pyth, one of my favorite coins, not down as bad as others. Aleo keeps coming out there, a new coin we can start to trade with, a $283 million market cap. Talent, remember that came out last 7 days, it's up 260%. We're going to take a look at Talent and just see kind of what happened with the trades there. Talent's hot though. Kai is another new one that continues to kind of gain some steam. Already has a $600 million market cap. I told you Scroll's an interesting thing that's going to get a lot of memes, has memes now, and it could be kind of like a SUI on the low that people don't think about. See, SEI, people are paying attention to there around this 30-40 cent region. SUI back at $2. Dogs keeps getting most visited. These are the most visited coins in Bitcoin, man. And where do you visit Bitcoin? It's funny. All right. And Badry asked for FAKEAI. I remember that coin back in the day, remember? FAKEAI, it's been a while. Let's take a look at FAKEAI. So Mabel looks like a high probability play based on the way the structure looks. But again, you do whatever makes you happy there. Deep FAKEAI. So it dumped, right? It got sold off so hard. Found its bottom somewhere at 0.02. Came up to a penny. Wow, now it's at 0.7 of a penny. You won't find a better channel than this. Great. And God bless you, Omar Lopez. We love you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And shout out to all the awesome super chats and anyone that gave today. That's going to come back to you tenfold. Anytime you give to a YouTube channel, anytime you tip, that's just like tipping. You don't have to, but you do. Oof. It's one thing to give when, it's one thing to just out of the kindness of your heart to give. God sees that more than you would ever know. That is huge. God loves when you give to his people. God loves when you help others effortlessly. God will build you up. God will bring you wherever you want to be, man, as long as you take care of his people. Believe that everyone is a beautiful, beautiful gift from God. Treat everybody as such, and your life will go very well. Because if you believe everyone's a gift from God, so then you believe you're a gift from God, and you believe that if people are gifts from God, then how many great people are going to be in your life that God has gifted to you? Many, many, many. Now, if you believe that people are horrible and that they're all out for themselves and they all suck, well, that's what you'll think, and those are, you won't have that many people in your life because you're going to think that everyone's like that. Your belief about the world is going to be basically create your world. So if you believe there's awesome people in the world, it doesn't mean you walk around naive. Like, I stay strapped. I'm just saying, I know there's dangers out there, but I believe there's great people, and I believe God's going to put them in my life. And I truly, truly believe that. Like, all the people that are working with me on CryptoLifer.com and CryptoLifer, they're the best. They're the best people. We couldn't have better people, right? Wow, so they almost got me bounced back. I was like, am I still in a trade? And it's at break even right now. If we open this up, you could look at it like this too. You see? Now you're just in a bigger symmetrical triangle, which looks a little more bearish than bullish, I'll tell you, but it has the low, the high, the higher low. And you can take this. This could go either way. And it's 50-50 because it breaks up, you go to 70,007. It breaks down, you go down somewhere to about 69,005. and you're kind of caught in this crossroads. I'm at break even right there. Trade must be up $5. Oh, 27? I didn't even think so. Amazing. What a blessing, right? It looks likely they're going to come get me, though. And if that happens, you usually drop down to the 200 MA. Heavy volatility today, so just be careful. Expect the unexpected every single step of the way. Look at that, just boom, boom. It'll be awesome if I stay inside this one. 30 seconds till the candle closes. The battle continues here for Bitcoin. Okay. Let's see. Let's refresh this page now again. Wow. So look, he just lost a little bit there. And you can see every time he slips, Bitcoin slips. It's funny, right? Look, I mean, let's get back. Look. So look at that. He slipped, Bitcoin slipped. I mean, they're going hand in hand together, as you can see clearly. So he had 61. He goes down to 59. That's a bit little gap there. And look, they just stopped me out of break even. What I like about that is I can always saddle back up. One thing to get stopped out on the revenge trading. When you get stopped at a break even, you're not revenge trading. I want to make that really clear because you didn't lose anything, maybe a fee here and there, but you didn't, you're not going, you're not like, oh, I'll get you back, you're just like, okay, I covered, but now the probability looks better. I'm going to stay, I want to take that coverage. You just got to be ready on the fly with how you want to take that trade. Like that stop could be 69,888, 882. See, I'm only deleting the 3 too. It keeps me quick. And 706, and we can go all the way to 7137. Yeah. If the stochastics can get low in curve too, there's a good chance that the trade will play out. So you're always about how the stochastics reset. Sideways price action when the stochastics reset give you high likelihood of the next movement in cycle of the price action to go to the upside. You see how that works? It's like they work hand in hand. They work hand in hand. And then just not over risking. Not over risking is so key. Like it doesn't have to be the one every time. Everyone's always like, it has to be this, the trade has to be perfect. And it just doesn't. Right? It just doesn't. That could be her last surge, and then that's it. You never know, right? I like how the stochastics are curving here. Good chance we get the breakout to the upside for Bitcoin. I'm back of the trade, as you can see. Shaving some risk there, too, as well. And watch that, flip back to 60. And then you'll see Bitcoin pump again. You know what I mean? Still a commanding lead inside of a U.S. market. I mean, a U.S. election. I mean, that's insane, right? Well, a little dippage there back to 60 at the high point. About 62% was the high point at one point. She was down to 38. Okay. %18 chance he wins every swing state. Record turnout in the presidential election, 62% chance. All right. The election will be called on November 5th. There's only a 19% chance that it gets called then. 0% chance. Yeah, exactly. Trump gets more black votes than in 2020. 80% chance he gets more black votes than in 2020. It's a big deal. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. So, you got to be, I'm a statistic guy and I look at probability and they tell me what's likely going to happen. And I don't fight probability when they show me what's likely going to happen, right? Look, this trade might end up, that's a breakout now. I mean, resistance. You've now broken out. Let's see if this thing could carry. It looks like we're going to kind of go and eat some shorts alive here for BTC. 1,900 beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you. We love you. We care about you. And we thank you so much for jumping on into these Crypto Lifer live stream. 70,300. Nice pump here for Bitcoin out of the flag. And look, now there's nothing below us. There's really all the liquidity is up, but they're taking us to 71,500. This trade looks like it's going to continue to go all the way up to my target here for Bitcoin. So far, so good. Another live trade here on the channel. I don't know how many times we could do it for you. I don't know how many. We can count how many times I've given a live trade on the channel that's played out. It's got to be in the hundreds, 500s or something like that. It's got to be something crazy. Everybody, I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. I'll give you guys, we'll see what happens to this trade inside the trading group in the next hour or two. I'll give you guys an update. So far, so good. Don't be shy. I move that stop loss to break even as soon as possible on these volatile days. Always cover, always cover, always cover, and take what the market gives you. All right. May God bless each and every one of you. We will be going over altcoins. We want to wait for this to kind of finish off. You are the spearhead of an American movement, Sammy, teaching all about God and abundance of life and money. God wants us all to be prosperous and successful, Sam. Thank you for your dedication, Anthony. I feel that 100%. And something is changing. We're the beginning of a new paradigm, a new dynamic here, where you learn from YouTube. You don't have to go to the university. You don't have to go to school. This is the new school, a universal school the internet provides. Multimillionaires can be made off the internet. I made way more money off of what I learned on YouTube than what I learned in university. 100%. If I just went on YouTube and didn't waste any time on university, I would have gotten richer way quicker. But it's not always about making it the fastest. It's about making it the best. I'd rather get rich for sure than get rich quick. I love that saying, right? And remember, one of my favorite sayings in life that I'm going to kind of end the stream with is, I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. And with that, I love you. I appreciate you. I care all about you. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Shout out to everyone that did that. Anthony Chamberlain, Omar Lopez, Badri, Anthony again, Blair Stevenson, Enoch Soch, Octavio Aguilera, Jimmy Bitcoin with Detective. Love you, Jimmy. Dojalon Mars, Lilix, Brian Ferris with Luna Virtuals, and God is Love with the 1111. Crypto with Bark. Anthony Chamberlain again. Wow, you gave a lot. Wasim, Mac Tire. All right. Asking about Rune and Mickey Gill. Thank you for your knowledge. We looked at XRP and you bought SEI for 20K. Cherry City Bullies and Master Friend in the house. God bless everyone that gave. You people are amazing. $138 in chat revenue. So many people here on the stream. I'm still in the long, baby. And it looks like it's going to play out, but you never know. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Stay amazing. Stay fresh. And remember, these are the days, baby. These are the days. May God bless you all. I'll see you all possibly tonight. I may go live tonight as the election gets crazy. There's a chance I pop in. You never know. So everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I can't seem to leave the stream because it's my favorite place to be. You can see I have a problem leaving every time. I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you so much. You can, you will, you are the best. And you know what the secret to success is, right? It's getting started.